What's going on, everybody? Cooper Lee checking in. Um, just coming back from Mike in West Covina. Far as fuck from West LA, dude. I was driving from there to, I'm in West Covina right now, and driving from Santa Monica, like the West LA area, to here, dude, took 2 hours. I left around 5:30. God damn, the sun was directly above me. By the time I got to West Covina, the sun has set. But but it's part of the process, man. I needed to go to different mics. I need to go to different environments to keep growing. So that's part of the deal. That's part of the agreement to become a really good stand-up. So today, what I want to bring up is how my hair dye has kind of changed me over the weeks. I had my hair dye for the first time in my life 3 weeks ago, and it's been very as much a physical change to how people see me and everything, and but now I've always been seeing it as a more of a psychological change. I think it makes sense to a lot of people who dye their hair for the first time. I didn't approach it as like, I need something new. I saw it as more of a, I want to see how this affects me internally. So as you can see, the black is growing in my roots, and I see it as a metaphor, because the roots are they're like something that it's your true identity, if that makes sense. It's what you were born with, your kind of DNA, your genetics, right? The black. I have naturally black hair, right? So that's me, natural color. So when I see, and another side note, I can spot people now who've dyed their hair before, instantly. Not only from the roots, but also like if you're old, I can tell you've gone through the process, and that I feel like that's a like a side metaphor. I think it's called juxtaposition, but something that's I think it's juxtaposition. Dude. That was the word I learned in English class. Something side by side, right? And it's a analogy to. Oh, I gotta make this freeway turn, dude. It's a far drive. Dude. I looked at my GPS, dude. 40 minutes back with no traffic, and that's pretty far. But whatever. But it's gonna be a short blog. So what I'm trying to get at is with the black roots growing in. So it's a metaphor for how people are. When people dye their hair for the first time, they you only see them with the dyed hair for that moment. You only see them. You make all these judgments, conclusions about their hair, how it matches their personality, this and that. But only until you hang out with this individual with dyed hair for an X period of time, a week, a month, a year, you really get to see the roots of who they are. And that's tested not just with time, but just through different situations that they're put in. You really see the test. You really see when the true character come out, meaning the black hair, right? It will show. No matter how bad you want to hide it, no matter how bad you want to cover it up, the roots will always grow. And it will show. And I know there's something there when the true colors come out. I had this situation with another with another individual comedian where I've worked with him for a while, and once he hit this big stage, you saw his true colors come out after the show. Damn it. I can't bring up his name. But it was very interesting because, yeah, I'm not gonna bring him. You really see how they are in the face of opportunities and how they treat other people. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. But you can apply this to different areas. When you have a friend who you thought was a close friend, when you have family members who you thought were close to you, gain certain opportunities, and their true intentions come up. I might be a victim. I might seem like, yeah, I guess I'm a victim of it, but I also know that it happens to me on that side. So I admit I'm a flawed person too. I make mistakes, and I treat people the wrong way. Obviously not on purpose, but it just comes across that way when I make a decision. Don't know why. I'm still learning. So that's what I've learned over. That's one of the things I learned with the dyed hair. It's a really great experiment to try yourself if you haven't already and thought about it, because it's reversible. Give it like a couple months. This is 60 days, right? And you will grow your natural hair back. Thankfully, I still have hair, so I can experiment with this. It's not for the old people, you know what I mean? Old people who lose their hair early. So another thing that I've learned is that when I talk to girls about it, right? It seems to me that they really take it a step further than I thought they would. And what I mean by that is that they completely feel like a whole new person. And I never really saw it that way once I dyed my hair. Some of these cars are just going too fast. I never really saw how this could be a new identity for me, which is very strange, right? Because it's like your face is still you, but the hair, that's the tipping point to call yourself a new person. And it's like, wow. Because one thing to like a facial reconstruction, that's a whole new person. But I never saw it as like your hair, you change your hair, you're a whole new person. And that really hit home with me. Because I'm all about reinventing yourself, growing, improving, and finding out who you really are while you're still growing. And will I dye my hair again? Probably not. Maybe in next year. Like, I'm gonna let my hair grow back to black. But I really wanted, my original color was silver. I really wanted silver, like platinum silver. I think that's the coolest color for hair. Maybe cars too. So this hair dyeing thing, a lot of people do it for different reasons. But I think the main reason, the golden thread, between all the people who dyed their hair, is that they want to experience something through a new lens and get meaning from it. Right? Yeah, teenagers dye their hair. They don't know why. I don't know. But that's my opinion, and that's why I dyed my hair. Because I'm always about changing my not changing, but like learning about different perspectives. And what's a greater way. Had a phone was about to die, so I had to charge it. So basically, what's a greater way to learn about different perspectives than to apply it to yourself and dye your hair? Because you're not actually learning about it, you're not reading about it, you're actually being about it. And you see the double takes people give you. You see the conversation topics and how that's like a reflection of how people see things. You really see how people see things, if that makes sense. So basically, I'm trying to summarize so far what my experience has been with dyed hair. And I'll tell you, it's been mixed results with people. Some love it, some like it, some dislike it, some have nothing to say, and I'm gonna put that in the dislike category. And I love that because, you know, that's, in a way, that's like me learning about what it means to be a different race in America. Because when you're a minority in America, it's like having dyed hair. That is your full body. You know what I mean? And I must add that the people who tell me it's a new identity for them, they're all white. It's not people of color who said they're different. They're a different person when they dye their hair. It's only white, which is cool. So that's my thought on that. I don't know if people have the same reactions, like when people dye. When I guess you, the viewer, have dyed your hair before, but it's a cool psychological experiment. And I'm not talking about dyeing your hair a dark color. You know, if your hair is black or brown, whatever, I'm not talking about dyeing it green, red, you know, those dark primary colors. I'm talking about a flip 180. You know, I tell people, like, when choosing my color to dye my hair, I didn't want that safe route. I didn't want that typical, you know, brown, burgundy, red, darkish color where people don't really know that you dyed your hair from a distance. I wanted that instant, huge change, you know, because I'm the type that will go all in when it comes to certain changes. Like, if I ran marathons when I was younger, and I never thought about running a half marathon or a 5K or a half or 10K or something like that. It's all or nothing, you know what I mean? So that's been a great thing for me in the last couple of weeks. Just seeing myself adapt to this new change, and I handled it pretty well. I mean, I had to turn down some social events just because I was not yet comfortable in it. You know, I was just too uncomfortable. It was a shock to me because the week I wanted to dye my hair, it was the spur of the moment. I thought about dyeing my hair on a Wednesday, and I went forward with dyeing my hair the next day. Just because I can. Luckily, you know, luckily it doesn't affect my work, doesn't affect my relationships, doesn't affect anything really. So it's obviously all low risk. And I just thought about the upside. The upside meaning how I will change and how I will adapt to try new things. And speaking of which, of trying new things, new. The skill of trying something new, I think that's undervalued. to try something new from what you're used to. How valuable is that skill? I'd say it's up there with communication and honesty. It's very, very up there. To try something new is going against a lot of things, right? We all want to play it safe. We all want the secure route naturally. But to try something new, especially if you calculate the risks and the rewards, that's another skill. Whether the risk can be very, very small, like, I don't know, trying a new food, buying new clothes, or it could be very big to like changing careers or changing cities where you live or something, you know, choosing a partner or taking a risk on, you know, those big things. So being comfortable with taking risks and making changes and knowing that you'll be okay after those changes, that skill has to be the most important skill if you want to if you want change in your life, if you want to succeed. Because if you haven't succeeded before or been around people who succeeded, how do you know what it's like if you don't take these changes? And so many people are frozen when they're faced with options to steer their life. They're frozen. They take the safe route. And I know so many people who take the safe route. I wish I knew more successful people. I know a small handful, maybe like on one hand, who are like 6-figure, 7-figure earners. And these are like people who I can make a phone call to. Not the people who I can like not like celebrities who are like a degree like what do you call it? You know, I don't hear about them. I know they can call me. I can call them, right? And they all take risks. And I guess I'm practicing risks within my own tax bracket. Within my own tax bracket, right? I take calculated small risk, you know, small cost risks, and the rewards are huge. And all the friends who I know who are high earners, I explained them this idea, right? And obviously they can't do it because they talk to clients. They're like investment bankers. They're top real estate people, insurance people, accountants, partners. They need to maintain a certain look, and that includes their hair. So they can't take it, but they understand why this is important. And I love that, and I love that because it's definitely a conversation topic that reveals a lot about your philosophy. And I never left from West Covina to West LA, and it's a lot of curvy roads, dude. So I'm not used to it because I'm used to stop and go traffic and straight lines. You know, this is like a weird, like I'm going on a river or something. So yeah, that's my belief, you know. Keeping on the hair topic, you know, people, you know, it's a strong metaphor. It's a strong, because you identify people with their hair, you know, that's like kind of like the first thing you see, you know, along with their eyes and their face, maybe their body type, but the hair is really your first thing you see about them, you know, how well they take care of it. So when you have something so different from everybody, you know, it's definitely interesting because it's like a race, like I said, like a ethnicity. Because people want to know where you're from, why you dyed your hair, and then they share stories of when they dyed their hair, their hairstyles, and then that opens up. You ask them why they dyed their hair before, and I got to know a lot of different people because they dyed their hair at certain phases in their life where they were all about music, and that's a whole other can of worms, where they were like rebellious, where they were going through a certain phase, going through a certain period of their time, and you really get to see who they are, and how they got to be where they are. And these are people with normal hair that just happens to just randomly dye their hair, change their hairstyle, and you really get to learn about, it's just another channel to a fun channel to talk to them about, and that's another way of communicating, right? Here's another white turn. So I know I'm really talking a lot about this hair, but it's been a part. I've been living it. I've been living it for like, how do you call it? For a long time. Every day I wake up. When I open my eyes when I wake up, I feel like I have black hair, but only until I approach the mirror, right? Or after I shower, I see the blonde hair, and it really changes how I see myself, how I feel about myself, and that in turn changes how I think people see me, which it does, right? So it's a fun experiment. If you haven't done it before, a quick rundown. It's around $100 to $200 depending on where you go. If it's going from black hair to blonde hair, you gotta have a bleaching treatment, which is another cost. But if you already have blonde hair, it's just to make it platinum. You gotta just do one treatment, and I'd recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend it doing it all the time. Maybe around summer season, but it's definitely a good psychological experiment. Passing through downtown right now. Let me just run down the pros and cons. The pros, you look different, easy. That's it, really. I don't really feel. I guess you feel different, but you only feel different if you look at yourself. But if you carry on yourself throughout the day, you don't really feel much different. I guess, yeah. In addition to that, the cons. Oh, you gotta use a special shampoo. Your hair feels frizzy at times. And you're also different. You're also different. So it's really a test of how you feel. It's really a test of, can you feel comfortable being uncomfortable? That's what I like the most, especially that's what I like the most. When how soon can you feel comfortable with being uncomfortable with something that you cannot really change? Yeah, that's pretty deep. And I feel like that's how you grow. You that's how you grow, with constantly attacking discomfort. Attack discomfort, because soon, wherever you're going, that's making you uncomfortable, it will become comfortable, and your body will be used to it. Just like in stand-up, being uncomfortable on stage, wherever you go, different cities, different venues, different people that you're telling jokes to, you will then become comfortable with repetition. And I hope I'm not getting too deep into it. It might not make sense. It might make sense, but hopefully it does make sense. And I see it as another discomfort plus like style. Like, let me add that too. You're looking good. I feel like I look good, dude. Like, I look good without sounding too. It sounds pretty shallow, but that's what I mean. There's rewards, you know. You are uncomfortable, but like you feel stylish, and that eases the comfortability right away. You know, it's like having jokes prepared on stage in a new venue, right? You're uncomfortable leading up to it, right? You're uncomfortable. You're like, oh shit, you know, I've never seen any of these people. I don't know anybody here. They don't know me. They expect to laugh. All these things, right? But you come prepared with solid jokes that worked in other venues, and boom, you're comfortable. So that's the same thing. I hopefully this kind of ties in together. I'm trying to make this vlog fun, if it was fun, and funny, and meaningful, because, you know, I want to make sure every day has meaning, you know. So hopefully this makes sense to those who are thinking about dyeing their hair, who have dyed their hair before and didn't know why they did it, or just curious about, you know, why the fuck did Cooper dye his fucking hair. So that's my thing. It's this vlog is going on too far long, and I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying thanks for watching. I'm aware that I wore this shirt to the previous vlog, but I just want to, because it's actually another meaningful shirt. It's basically children, like it's a foundation for children with brain disabilities, and I wear it to remind myself, you know, that there's people, there's kids, there's people who I want to say they're suffering. I feel like they don't have the same opportunities as other people, and it's not in their control, and that's what hurts me the most. So once in a while, you know, I volunteer, I help out when I can, and show them love. And this shirt's a reminder, you know. So basically also at the same time, you know, I gotta do laundry. I gotta do laundry, so, you know, I still have, it's a nice blue color. My favorite color is blue, and I really have dark colors. You know, I have a lot of dark colors. So this is a nice change, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I like talking about it, and hopefully this made sense. One of the things with communicating is that, you know, it needs to make sense. So if it doesn't make sense, let me know. If it does make sense, let me know. And that's it for now. Cooper is signing off. Thanks for watching. Peace out.